Hey guys, this is Miriam Cutelis. Today we're going to meet an artist and we're going to practice being inspired by someone else's work. So here is one of my favorite artists. Her name is Alma Thomas. And one of the things I love about her is just knowing the fact that she was an art teacher, just like me, for 35 years. Once she retired at age 68, she became a painter. And she became the very first African-American woman to have her artwork hang in the permanent collection in the White House. Not only that, they gave her a solo exhibition at the Whitney Museum in New York City. If you know anything about the Whitney, you know that it's a wonderful museum. And also to have a solo exhibition is quite an accomplishment. Let's look at some of her work. Here you have a work of art by Alma Thomas. And when I have shown this artwork to some of my students, they have all come up with different things that they think about when they see this. Now, let me start with myself. When I see this, I think of the warmth of the sun. Other people I've asked to look at this painting have had other ideas. Some have said it looks like the top of a volcano, as if I was a bird flying above a volcano. And when that person told me this, I actually saw it, the red being the lava. Next, someone said it looks like you're crawling in a tunnel. Someone else said it looked like a round rainbow. All of these things are right. That's what art does. Art makes us think about new ideas, and it's so exciting to look at Alma Thomas's work. Here are two other pieces by Alma Thomas. And notice that she uses something called concentric circles in her work. By the way, she painted these. When I first saw these, I thought they were collage, but no, they were painting. Today, we're going to be looking at her work, but then making artwork inspired by her work. Now let's go back to concentric circles. Concentric circles, in case you don't know, just means circles that are fitted inside each other, starting with the smallest one and going to the biggest one. There are other things in our lives that have concentric circles. Have you ever taken a bath and let the water go, and then at the end you see this swirl? Those are concentric circles. When you look inside the tree trunk that's been chopped, you also see concentric circles. And guess what? Our solar system as well are concentric circles. A lot of other artists are also inspired by circles and concentric circles. Okay, so are you ready? So today we're going to make an artwork that's inspired by Alma Thomas's work. Now, for me, I was inspired by the concentric circles. She did make other paintings that were not concentric circles, but the concentric circles are the ones that speak to me. So I'm going to show you how I use the ideas of a concentric circles and used it in all kinds of different art in my own work. And notice, I'm not copying her work. I'm just being inspired by her work, because in the end, the artwork I make is going to be entirely different than her artwork. Let's go. So before I get started, I like to use a pencil and use it very lightly to mark down what I'm going to be doing. This is the planning period. I decided I'm going to first explore Alma Thomas's work with collage. I cut them in strips, I line them up, and then I cut them into little squares. And then I laid them down inside the concentric circles I drew on my paper. I like the colors orange and purple, so I used them. Then I decided, you know what? It looks much more interesting if I actually tear the paper. And that's what I did. I tore the green paper, and then I tore some pieces of yellow paper. And I actually liked the results much better. Remember, art making is just about making choices that appeal to you personally. Next, I used crayons. I used long lines, messy lines, short lines, layered lines, thick lines, and drew them in a circle. I like the results.
Next, I decided to play with watercolors. Alma Thomas was also a painter. She used watercolors as well. Notice how if I layer the colors again, the color becomes a lot more intense. This was fun. And notice with the different media, the results are also going to be different. Next, I decided to use mixed media. Mixed media is when you mix your media. In this case, I decided to mix marker media with watercolor media. I like the results. In fact, I liked mixed media so much that I decided I was going to mix the collage media with the crayon media. I first made a collage with concentric circles inspired by Alma Thomas. Then, once it dried, I used crayons to go over it. I like these results too. Next, I decided what would happen if I only used one color. I picked my favorite color, which is black, and I found lots of different markers with different widths. I decided I was going to make a concentric circles with different kinds of lines, and then I decided why stop at lines? Do different kinds of shapes. Again, the results are very interesting. And again, all inspired by Alma Thomas. Last, I used markers. Here I used thin markers of different colors, and then I made some thicker lines with different types of markers.
So I hope you had fun with me today, exploring one artist and then seeing all the different ways in which it could have us run away with new ideas. So do that with other artists. There might be artists in your neighborhood. There might be artists in your family. Maybe you know of an artist. Maybe you have a book about an artist. Let those artists inspire you to make new artwork that is unique and different. Anyway, I hope you had fun. Come back next week for more art lessons. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.